The Sutefoto TJ 55 buy. It's only $45, and look how good it looks. In the photography world, my favorite toy to play with is not cameras or lenses, it's lights. I love playing with lights. My constant obsession is to find the smallest, most lightweight possible light that I can take with me when I travel, because I travel a lot. The tiny little package with a lot of power. That's my main goal, because I like to do a lot of vlogging on location. I like to be in exotic locations and give a nice talk, and I have a light, one on each side of me within arm's length. This is 32 inches, which is arm's length, so I can adjust it if I want. This is a typical distance, and I want the light beam to be at least this wide to light up this much of me. The problem is, most lights have a hot spot, and then there's a weaker light on the outside of that. As far as I'm concerned, this area here is wasted light. And sometimes the hot spot's too small for actual practical use. And there's times where I wish I could make the beam wider or smaller. I could adjust it like a spotlight. Like, I like to have a little narrow beam of light, but sometimes I want to have a wide beam of light. That's why I like to have an adjustable light. And I like it to be inexpensive and cheap. So do you. So in the last video, I mentioned the Ulanzi EC65. Really lightweight light. Has a really funky battery, but it's super lightweight. And it's really good for, taking on location when you're vlogging. But, you know me, I'm constantly looking for something else to play with. Guess what I found? This is $160. This light here, this is 65 watts, this light is 55 watts, and it's only $45. And it is bicolor, and it has an adjustable beam on it. It's the Sutefoto TJ 55 buy. And the thing I like the most about it is it's super lightweight. It weighs almost nothing. It is so lightweight, it's ridiculous. And it comes with the bracket already attached on the bottom. So this lightweight includes the bracket. Any other light that you would get that you would think is portable and lightweight, you still have to put a bracket on it. A typical bracket like this is actually pretty heavy. It's 130 grams and it's made out of metal, and it just adds to the weight. This thing is so lightweight. The bracket is plastic, but it's pretty heavy duty. This thing with the bracket is like 500 something grams, and it's super lightweight. Now, it does not have a built-in battery or a battery that clicks onto it. Which is actually, this is the first light that I'm okay with that because I love the light. I like the look, I like the lightweight of it, and I like the way the buttons feel, and I like this is adjustable. It has a really nice spheric lens, and that's what makes this really cool. It comes with a wall plug adapter you plug in a wall, and it has a barrel adapter in the back, but you know me, I don't like to plug things in the wall. So I like to use my little tiny portable D-tap batteries, and then you just plug that into the back of this. So you put it on the stand, you plug it in, and here's the part that I really like about it. Look at this. No hot spot whatsoever. This is totally flat light. It's completely flat all the way across, just like a spotlight. It's not wasting light on the outside. All the light is focused within a circle, and there's no bleed off or wasted light. Maybe it's because I grew up in the 70s. I don't know, but it has this really cool red LED readout on the back. And that is so 1970s. I love that. And it's bicolor, so you turn this left button and then it takes it down. It says 3200, but it's actually like closer to 3400, but it does warm it up. And if you go the other way, it goes all the way to, it says 6500, but it's actually closer to 7000 K. So you get a nice cool light. I like to have it around 5400. That feels about right. So this to me is such a cool, fun light to have. It's really lightweight. It's got the red LEDs. It's got an adjustable beam that's totally flat light. And it's only $45. The first one I got was like $42 and something. It was like, it is so cheap. And they weigh nothing, so you can put a bunch of them in your suitcase or your handbag or whatever. And, I just love these things. For me, a lot of it is the tactile, the way, the packaging. I like the way it feels, the color. I like the nice silver, shiny color of it. And packaging for me is fun. It's like the red LEDs and the way it feels. And I love plastic stuff. I don't like heavy duty metal things. I like plastic stuff, because it makes me feel like I'm playing with a toy. And I don't take it so seriously. It's half a stop dimmer than the Godox because it's only 55 watts, but it's more than enough light for, I'm going to take it outside in a minute, and we'll see what it's like outside. And the CRI is actually pretty good too for what it is. So here I have two of them overlapping. By itself, it's 2.87, and when they overlap, they're 4.05. So you can obviously increase the amount of light by having them overlap, and that's exactly what we're going to do outside with these two lights. I'm going to take two of these outside and use them in the real world. Here we go. Okay, so here I am in the real world. I have no lights on me at all right now. The sun is back there somewhere. See on my arm, it's not on my face. So let's turn these lights on and see what happens. Okay, I made the beam wider so more of me is lit up, and it's still pretty bright. I am pretty happy. I'm very happy. I get happy about everything, don't I? These are literally within touching distance here, and look how good it looks. I mean, it's bright enough to be out there in the sunlight in the middle of the day. Look how bright that sun is on my arm. And I'm in the shade. My face is in the shade. And look how good this looks. It looks great. And it's nice flat light. There's no hot spots. And when there's no hot spot on the light, you don't get shiny spots on your skin as much. Pretty good. Here's a second location. Let's try this one out here. As you can see, it's bright sunlight back there. I'm in the shade, so we're going to need a lot of light on my face to match the light lighting up the background. Let's turn on these two lights, shall we? All right, here we go. And I set them to 5400, which is just to warm it up a little bit. And they're at arm's length. And I have them dialed about halfway between wide and narrow. And this is lighting me up. My shady face is a lot darker here than at the other spot. They're still lighting me up just as good. They're not even focused in all the way. So looks pretty darn good, I'd say. Yes, sirree, Bob. This is what it looks like, and I'm very happy with the way they look. I know some people are going to say, can you put a softbox on them? Well, that's not what these are made for. These are spotlights. That's what these are intended for. Okay, all right. Jeez, I know somebody's going to ask this. Okay, so I've got it in an S bracket, and I'm using a 36-inch softbox, and as you can see, at the widest setting, it's covering almost the entire surface of the softbox at the widest setting, which is very good. So we don't need the internal diffuser, the second diffuser, to diffuse it even more. So that's really good. It's at 20% right now. Obviously, you're going to lose a bunch of light using a softbox, but yeah, you can definitely use a softbox with a what do you call it? S bracket. So let's do the shot with the softbox. Now I know most of you love to use the grid because you see other people doing that on YouTube. So, okay, I guess I'll put one on there. Just realize the grid knocks the light down a lot more also. But I'll do it because that's what everybody likes to do. So here we go. Yes, it makes the light more directional. I realize that. I wasn't born yesterday. Turn up the power. Now, if you set it to 5600, it will be brighter. Bicolor lights are usually always brighter at daylight 5600 than in incandescent 3200. But they're not made for that. They're made to be spotlights. That's where they shine. That's what these things are for. And that's what I use them for when I go vlogging out in the real world. I never use softboxes, especially outdoors, for when I'm vlogging. Most of the new lights that are out now, they like to use USB PD 100 watt power. And I don't know why, but this really annoys me. I don't like USB batteries for some reason. I like little V-mount D-tap batteries. I don't know. Maybe it's the shape and the size. I don't know, but they're just so cute, and they're great for putting in a travel bag or something. They hold a lot of power. They're dependable. It's just plus and minus. There's nothing complicated about them. They're old school. They work. These things, I don't know. I just have more problems with USB batteries. I don't know what it is, but I just hate USB batteries. I like these little guys, the little 99 V-mount batteries. The Came TVs are really good. The Small Rig has some good ones too. They're great. And you can actually get USB power out of them, just not the 100 watt PD power. But and they're great for charging your phone and all kinds of other stuff. So that's just me. And that's what I like about this light. It works really well with this little guy here. The Sutefoto TJ 55 by. To make it even more compact for travel, you know me, I can't stop. I don't need this handle on top, so I cut that off with a saw. And this base here, the bracket, it's great, but when you're traveling, you know, it's just this clunky thing that's in there. So it's got 4 screws holding in. I took the screws off, cut this off with a saw and I get a tube. That's all I have now is a tube. And how do I mount this? Well, I put a little piece of plastic on the bottom and I glued a 1/4 nut on there. So now I can use a ball head to just screw onto that. Here's another version I did. Here's another type of 1/4 I glued on there. So now I just have 2 tubes like that are much easier to travel than this clunky thing. So I'm always trying to see how much more I can eke out of it. How much more can I trim it down and make it lighter and smaller? So all I have to do is screw a ball head on there. And now I have a ball head instead of that. The cool thing about a ball head is it comes off. So now I just have a tube that I can transport a lot easier. I love these lights. I got 2. I ordered 2 more. They're only $45 and they put out a good amount of light. They're focusable. They got totally flat light. They're bicolor. They got nice red LEDs on the back, which brings me back to the 70s. They have the mounting bracket already attached on the bottom. It's lightweight, easy to travel. They weigh nothing, and they're just so lovable because they're lightweight and plastic and cheap and fun. And I think that's the most important thing for me is the fun factor. If it's fun, that's more important to me than all the other techie, nerdy stuff that everybody else is so obsessed with. I like fun, and that's what I'm about. And I don't get any affiliate fees for talking about this stuff. It's from AliExpress. They just order it if you want, and I have nothing to do with them. I don't even know anything about any of that. I just tell you what I find and what I like, and there you go. So this is that's it. So I love these. They're fun. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.